Welcome to the Golf for Beginners podcast. In this episode, I'm going to explain everything there is about the handicap. What is a handicap in golf? What is it used for? And what can we do in order to improve it?
Welcome to the Golf for Beginners podcast, your essential guide to mastering golf fundamentals. Whether you're a beginner golfer or a seasoned player looking to refine the basics, join us as we teach you everything about the fundamentals of swing technique, course management, equipment, rules, and how to practice. Today's host is none other than the award-winning PGA golf instructor Nikolaj Setti Engström, CEO of the biggest golf teaching business in Denmark and founder of Golf for Beginners Academy.
Welcome to the Golf for Beginners podcast. My name is Nikolaj Setti Engström. I'm going to be your golf instructor today. And we're going to talk about a bit of a different topic today. Most of the episodes we've done lately has been about, golf technique, how to improve your golf game and all this stuff. And today we're going to do something very different because I was looking at, Google Analytics from the website that we're running, golfforbeginners.academy. And I was looking at the most read articles in the last 30 days. And on a third place, we had the article about what is an handicap. Okay, what is the handicap in golf? And that actually surprised me because I thought most people would be looking for, golf instruction about the swing and how to hit the ball longer and straight and all this stuff. But then on a top three place, we had what is the handicap? And then I got inspired, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. So I'm going to explain everything there is about the handicap in golf. So here we go. Hold on. It might get a little bit, there's going to be some numbers here and some examples, but hold on. I'm going to try and do my absolute best in order to do this, the most simple way. So the handicap in golf, that is, every official golf player. And in order to be an official golf player in most countries, you will need to be a member of a golf club or the organization that are in charge of that in the country. And so in Denmark, it's called the Danish Golf Union. And they are kind of the overall organization of all official golf players, and then the different golf clubs, they are cooperating with the Danish Golf Union. So the golf clubs, they can give out, official golf numbers for all the official golf players. And then when you are official golf player in a country, you will usually have access to some kind of a online system where you're registered and you can see your handicap and all this stuff, and you can see the rounds that you played, etc., etc. But then when you have access to an online system like this, from being a member of a golf club somewhere, then you will have the handicap. And usually, I'm not 100% sure if it's the same all over the world, or if I'm only talking about more like European things now, but I'm pretty sure that this is the same all over the world. Because a few years ago, the official world handicap golf system was launched, and they changed a lot of the ways the handicap systems was done around the world. So now it should be the same all over the world. Instead, before they had different systems depending on which area of the world you were, and it was a little bit confusing. But now we have the official world handicap system, which is the same. So the thing is, you would usually start with a handicap of 54 when you are a golfer. Or at least that's how it is here in Denmark and most of Europe. So the second you become an official golfer, you get a handicap of 54. What does that tell you? Well, the handicap, it tells something about what level of golf that specific player can play at. So how good are you basically at golf? And 54 would be the starting point here in Denmark. If you get down to 0 in handicap, then you're doing really, really good. Okay? Then you're approaching a professional level of golf play. So your whole journey in the golfing world will be about this handicap, and if you want to improve your game of golf, what they refer to is the handicap. So maybe they have a goal of saying, okay, I really want to get below 30 in handicap or something like that. But this handicap, that is, as I said, it's a number that shows how good you are at golf. Okay, 54 would be the starting point in Denmark. 0, that would be close to professional. And most players, they're probably between 15 and 25 or something like that, maybe up to 30. And then what can we use this handicap for? Well, we can use it for different things. First of all, the most amazing thing about the handicap is that it can be used for, players of different levels, they can play against each other and have a really good match. So I have a handicap around 0, and let's say, I have a grandma. Grandma, she has a handicap, I think, around 42 or something. And we would still be able to go out tomorrow and have a good match where we compete against each other. Fair and square. It's going to be a fun match for both of us. Both of us would be able to win. Because of the handicap system. Because the handicap system would give my grandma, some advantages in terms of extra shots that I don't have. Okay. And now I'm going to try and explain how this handicap versus extra shots actually works. So, on every golf course, official golf course, should have a rating. Okay. And this is some people, they're coming out to golf courses and they're rating how difficult these golf courses are. Okay. Based on the rating of the golf course and your handicap, you will get a certain amount of extra shots on a round of golf. Okay. So let's say we're playing 18 holes. That's the usual standard. And let's say my grandma, she has a handicap of 42, and we're playing let's say we're playing a quite easy course. So the rating is not super high. And so the low rating combined with my grandma's handicap of 42, combined with that she is a lady, combined with the tee box she's playing from. So she would usually play the front tees. All of this combined will give my grandma X amount of extra shots on this round of golf. Now I just throw something completely out of nowhere, a completely random number. Let's just say that she got 36 extra shots. Okay, I'm not even sure at all if it's close to that she would actually get in real world. But just for the example, so she would get 30 extra shots on a round of golf. Okay. Me with a handicap of, let's just say 0, and the easy course rating, I'm a man. I will be playing from a tee box further away. This combined, that would give me, let's just say, 0 extra shots. So now we're in a situation where I have 0 extra shots on the 18 holes we're going out playing, and my grandma has 36 extra shots. So if I shoot a score of, let's just say 72, I use 72 shots on the round of golf we're playing, and my grandma uses, let's say, 108 extra shot, 108 shots in total. We will actually, it would be a tie between me and my grandma, because I used 72. She used 108. She had 36 extra shots. 72 plus 36, that's 108. So a 72 score for me and a 108 score for my grandma, it would be a tie. Okay, and this is where the handicap function is absolutely amazing. Because I can have a wonderful match against my grandma, even though she's not playing as well as I am at all. But we can still have a fair and square match because of the handicap system. And that is absolutely amazing. And then, let's say that you play some rounds. You play some really good rounds. You started off in golf. You started with 54 in handicap. And you played a lot of rounds and you did really well. Then, your handicap would slowly decrease. Because of all the good rounds that you played, your handicap will decrease. So you will go to maybe, let's just say, another random number. You would, instead of having 54 in handicap, you would suddenly be at 36 in handicap. All right. Well, that also means that the amount of extra shots you get on a round of golf will also decrease. Okay, because now you don't have a handicap of 54 that gave you X amount of shots. You have a handicap of 36 now, and that's going to give you a low amount of extra shots on a round. And in that way, how difficult it is for you to play a round of golf will self-adjust depending on how well you do on the different rounds, which is really amazing that you have a self-adjusting system. And in that way, even though my grandma, she played really well for a bunch of rounds and her handicap wasn't 42 anymore, maybe let's say she got down to 25, and I'm still at handicap 0, we would still have a fair and square match the next time we went out playing, because instead of she had 36 extra shots with a handicap of 42, now she has a handicap of 25. Maybe she only get, 22 extra shots on a round of golf. Again, completely random numbers, just throwing it out for the sake of the example. And in that way, now she has less extra shots than she had last time, but she's also a better golfer, so we can still have a wonderful match and compete against each other. And that's how the handicap system works. And I think the way it's calculated, this is the way it is calculated in Denmark, and I'm pretty sure this is how they do it all over the world. Because as I said in the beginning, the official World Handicap system, that's the same all over the world, is that they take your last 20 rounds of golf, and then they take, I think it is the best 8 rounds, and then they average that. Okay? And that is what gives you a handicap. You don't have to calculate that. The online systems that I talked about, they will do all the calculations. But the way you would do it is that you would register all of your rounds that you play, and then your handicap will, it will move up and down depending on how you play in certain periods. But the more rounds you register, the more real your handicap is, and a better idea of your level of golf it will actually give. So it's really nice just to register all rounds. So that was the handicap. I hope that made some kind of sense. So it's basically a number telling how good you are at golf, depending on your handicap and your gender and what tee you're playing from and how difficult the course is. You'll get some extra shots on a round of golf, and you can use those extra shots to have a good matches against better or worse players. So it's still going to be a fair and square good match, which is absolutely amazing that you can do that in golf. And by that, we made it to the end of the explanation of what the golf handicap actually is. I hope it made sense for you. And I hope you're a little bit more clever to explain to some other people what the handicap is. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in today, and I hope that you will tune in again next week for the next episode. Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in to another insightful episode of the Golf for Beginners podcast. We hope you found valuable tips and inspiration to enhance your golf journey. Remember, whether you're a novice or a seasoned player, there's always room for improvement. For more in-depth resources, tutorials, and a supportive community, head over to our website at golfforbeginners.academy. There, you'll find a wealth of information to elevate your game. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this podcast with your fellow golf enthusiasts. Until next time, keep practicing, keep learning, and enjoy this lovely game.